All right, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Super here, and welcome to another video. Today, we're going to be doing a short Q&A video. It's not going to be too long, but I did want to answer an Injustice 3 question that somebody had asked, and I wanted to share some Ninja Turtles gameplay in the background. The Ninja Turtles were so cool, one of the best guest DLC characters of all time. And this video is from my Super's Greatest Hits channel. If you guys are interested in watching MK11, MKX, and Injustice 2, definitely go check that channel out because I'm trying to upload almost every day. And this video went up recently, and a lot of people were reminiscing of how awesome the Ninja Turtles were. And the Ninja Turtles probably had the best surprise reveal of all time. If you guys were not there, you guys missed greatness because everyone thought that Melina was going to be a guest character. The Psy hit. No. It was the Ninja Turtles. And man, one of my favorite guest character reveals of all time for sure. But yeah, the Super's Greatest Hits channel is going to be linked in the description. Been uploading MKX, MK11, and Injustice 2 over there, so check that out if you guys want. But the first question and why I made this video pretty much is to talk about this. Someone asked, do you want Injustice 3? Because I remember you not liking Injustice 2 and complaining about it. Guilty. Not that I didn't like it, but I did complain a lot about Injustice 2. I'll talk about that in a bit. And what kind of gameplay would you want in Injustice 3? So let's talk a little bit about that because, yes, I did complain about Injustice 3. And the reason is because of the crazy screen size and the fact that a lot of characters could take advantage of that screen size. By the way, I don't know what the hell. I think I was trying to do a specific combo, and then my life bar just went down and I got my ass whooped. It's kind of like when I go brutality hunting and then something happens and I just get whooped. But this is going to highlight things perfectly of why I was complaining about Injustice 2 back in the day. Because of the crazy screen size, there's characters like Deadshot, there's even like Batman, right? Has really good zoning, goes backwards, has the mechanical bats. But the biggest culprit was Starfire. Oh my god, Starfire was so annoying to deal with because of the crazy screen size of Injustice 2 and the fact that you could get away with stuff like this because the dashes sucked, the movement sucked, the movement in general for Injustice 2 was pretty slow. You could not dash cancel, meaning you cannot cancel your dash with a normal attack. You had to commit to the full dash. And just in general, a lot of dashes were really bad. Either you dash too far and you couldn't stop yourself, or you dash very short and the recovery was slow. So the things that I would change, and that's where I'm going with this Injustice 3 thing. First of all, yes, I 100% would like an Injustice 3. I would want them to come back to the series and sort of expand on what they've worked on already with the story mode. I would like to see where they would take the story mode of Injustice 3 compared to, the Brainiac saga in Injustice 2. It wasn't the best, but, it was aight. I think the idea of Injustice 1 story mode was fucking amazing. I think the Brainiac one was a little bit weaker, so I would like them to take that shot again to see, what character they would bring in to be the big bad. I would bring in Dr. Manhattan and have Dr. Manhattan be in Injustice 3. That's what I would do right there because I love Dr. Manhattan so much. He was the character who I was asking for the entire lifespan of Injustice 2. But yeah, the screen size was the biggest problem for me in Injustice 2. If they shortened the screen to be the same size as the Mortal Kombat screen, like shorten this by half, so people just won't be able to walk back forever, and it takes you like the whole match to catch up to them. It's okay if they want to walk back, but I don't want the whole match to, like right now I'm in the corner and then, I use my turtle ball to get out of the corner, but some characters don't have that luxury. If I'm playing Swamp Thing with that giant hurt box that he has and I'm playing versus a Starfire, it takes me half the match to catch up to her, and then she does a wake up move, which she had plenty of. throws me back to the other side of the screen, and I have to do it all over again. So that's why I complain about Injustice 2. But Injustice 3, I would really want them to shorten the screen. If they did that and they kept the blueprint of Injustice 2 gameplay, I actually would not mind. I think Injustice 2, and well, they improved on Injustice 1 with Injustice 2 gameplay wise, in my opinion. But I think the blueprint of the game is fine. It's just more the screen size and the fact that, if you do want to run away, you can run away. And like I said, it's not bad because you could run away in different Mortal Kombat games with different characters. But yeah, just the screen size for Injustice 2 is pretty crazy. So I would want them to improve on dashing. I would want them to improve on dash canceling and actually make your character be able to dash cancel, because you can't in this game at the moment. You have to commit to your dash, and I think it hurts the overall feel and movement of the game, because this game actually does have quite a bit of combos. There's a lot of creative combos that you could do. A lot of characters have them, but sometimes the game still feels clunky because of the sort of the dash speed and the fact that you cannot cancel your dash into a normal attack. You have to commit to it. So overall, it feels clunky. I think the perfect Injustice 3 game, gameplay-wise, would be Mortal Kombat 1 mechanics, gameplay mechanics, combo system, air combos, with no cameos, and a shorter screen. To me, that would literally be the perfect Injustice game. You even have clashes in Mortal Kombat 1 as intros, right? That's why I always thought that this MK1 was supposed to be an Injustice game. I might be wrong with that, but they even have those like intro clashes that Injustice 2 is known for. At least, the clash system where they collide and then you go into your clash. But they even have that in MK1. So if they literally make Injustice 3 be MK1 gameplay mechanics with no cameos and a shorter screen, it would be the perfect Injustice 3 game. So that's what I would want. And yes, I definitely would want an Injustice 3. And have Dr. Manhattan be the big bad guy. Have Dr. Manhattan be playable. Please. They could do so much with his gameplay. And that would be the perfect Injustice 3 game for me. All right, moving on here. So the next question is T1000 versus Conan. Who are you most excited for? So I think based on, it's more like speculation from data miners. It seems like we might get Conan first. Previously, we thought that we were going to get the T1000 first because the T1000's name was directly below Ghostface. But now Conan's name is under Ghostface. So Conan might come first. But 100%, I am way more excited for the T1000 than Conan. I'm not saying that the T1000 is going to be more fun than Conan or play better than Conan. Hell, Conan might be the most exciting character that comes out in MK1. But with the potential and not knowing anything about these characters, the T1000 sounds a lot more interesting when it comes to gameplay, because they could do a lot with his shape-shifting abilities. And I saw something interesting that I feel like would be amazing gameplay-wise if the T1000 shapeshifts into Mortal Kombat characters that are not in the game. For example, let's just say Sonya, Jax, and Kano. If the T1000 shapeshifts into those characters while also having, different weapons for arms and using stuff that the T1000 uses in Terminator 2, that would be so sick. I wouldn't hold my breath on the T1000 transforming into other Mortal Kombat characters that are not in the game, but I feel like that would be a cool gameplay concept for this character and the shape-shifting abilities. I think it's mostly going to be shape-shifting his arms, because Ed Boon did already talk about the T1000 is going to be a lot faster than the T800, and he was doing arm gestures like he's going to have a lot of his, shape-shifting abilities, which means probably going to have his arms transform into different weapons that he could use. But it would be cool to have him transform into MK characters that are not in the game. But yeah, T1000, 100%. As far as intro dialogue, if they actually get Arnold to voice Conan, which I don't think they will, I think it'll be the same voice actor that imitated him in is that the last match? No, it's not the last match. It's gonna probably be the same voice actor that imitated him in Mortal Kombat 11. So it would be cool to actually have Arnold's voice. I don't think he's gonna do that, but yeah, the T1000 for sure is the final, or from the two final guest characters, T1000 for sure is the one that I'm looking forward to the most. Next question here is, where do you rate Ghostface as a guest DLC character in the history of Mortal Kombat? That's hard to say because I would actually need to like have all the guest characters in front of me, maybe do a tier list or something. But I could tell you right away that Ghostface would be at the top, not like the very top, but he would be in the topper echelon of guest DLC characters. The three guest DLC characters that come to mind for me as the GOATs and the S tier category are, number one, the Ninja Turtles, which I'm using here because they were fucking awesome gameplay wise. It was literally the continuation of Triborg. Triborg and MKX came in, was 4 characters in one. The Ninja Turtles are literally 4 characters in one. You can use all of them individually, and they have their own unique playstyle, even though they share the same moveset. The reveal was probably the best out of any character or guest character ever. So Ninja Turtles are definitely in the S tier category. Predator, just based off gameplay, based off look, and based off the fact that he fits perfectly in a Mortal Kombat game. Predator, greatest DLC character of all time. And then number 3 is Spawn. Spawn has been probably the most requested guest character ever. He was probably requested back in the day before NetherRealm became NetherRealm and was just Midway. So Spawn, and plus they had him in a game like MK11 where they have absolutely gorgeous graphics, even though it's like a really old engine. They have a bunch of intros, a bunch of outros, a bunch of gear. The intros, the intro dialogue with every other character was on point. Spawn is one of the S tier characters for sure. So those are the 3 that come to mind for me as S tier characters. I don't think Ghostface is in that tier, but I think Ghostface is in the tier below, either A+ or A, because he literally fits Mortal Kombat perfectly. And they did him justice. They represented him to the best of NetherRealm's potential, and definitely my favorite guest character in MK1. And I'm pretty sure that he's gonna end up being considered the best guest character in MK1, even with T1000 and Conan coming soon. But I would rank him as in the higher echelon of guest DLC characters for sure. But I would actually need to have a tier list and have all the characters be in front of my face before I could properly put him in, the right spot. Is he like the 5th best, the 6th best, stuff like that. All right, last question here. How did you get started playing Mortal Kombat, uploading Mortal Kombat videos on YouTube? So the way I got started is, first of all, I started doing YouTube since 2010. That's when I first started. My brother and I got into playing Modern Warfare 2. He got into playing COD 4 even before me, but I got started with MW2 because all the crazy hype. My brother pretty much introduced me to Call of Duty via Modern Warfare 2. And then once I got hooked on MW2, I wanted to see what people were doing uploading wise, because my brother had told me that he watches channels and people sniping, people getting insane kills. I was like, all right, let me go check YouTube out, let me see what these content creators do. I love the game, and once I started watching these early content creators on YouTube, I got the inspiration. I sort of, the idea was placed in my head like, man, you could actually do this. You could actually be good at a game or just have entertaining commentary and capture your gameplay, upload it on YouTube, and people want to watch it, including myself, because I was fucking hooked on watching Call of Duty content creators back in the day. This was in 2010, 2009 actually, like late 2009 when MW2 had first came out. I was like, man, this is fucking awesome. Like, I wish I could do this. At the time I was working at Food for Less, I was making like, man, I think they paid me every 2 weeks or every week, maybe like $100 a week, if that. Because first of all, I was still going to school, and then they didn't give me a lot of hours because I was like new, so they wanted to give hours to people who had more time in the company, even though we're just like, people on the floor helping out, mopping, putting all the perishable items back where they're supposed to be, stuff like that. So I wouldn't get many hours. And when it was time to buy a capture card, we went to Best Buy, and our plan was to buy a Dazzle, because the Dazzle was a standard for like capturing gameplay at the time, because it was cheap and it still had, I think, 720p quality. But at the time, there was a new capture card. There was the HD PVR, the Hauppauge HD PVR, and that one captured in really nice HD quality. I think it went up all the way to 1080, or maybe it was just 720. No, I think the Dazzle was standard definition. It was not HD. The Hauppauge HD PVR was the one that introduced this HD gameplay capture at the time, and it was like $200. I barely had, and that was like my life savings pretty much at the time, and this was when I was like 18 years old. And I remember we went to Best Buy, we were going to buy the Dazzle, but we both agreed that if we're here and if we want to make videos, might as well get the option that has the better quality. So pretty much spend all my money that I had saved up from working at Food for Less to buy this HD PVR. We went home, created our YouTube channels at the same time, June 24th, 2010, and we started just uploading our gameplay. We started doing commentary. No one was watching. Nobody was watching. And then just over time, I met a guy called Steve Schwint. He was actually like pretty high up in the YouTube subscribers list, especially for Call of Duty back in the day. He was pretty big. I just randomly ran into one of the a random Black Ops 1 lobby versus him. We were going back and forth. We were the only snipers, because back during Black Ops 1, it was really hard to snipe on that game, so there weren't too many snipers. And I kind of stood out because I really actually enjoyed sniping in that game. I dedicated a lot of time. So I was pretty good at it, while a lot of people went back to the older Call of Duties. But Steve Schwinn was one of the prominent Black Ops 1 content creators that was also a sniper. Got into a lobby with him and just hit it off, just being like the only two snipers and being on opposite teams, sort of going back and forth. He was not used to having someone else be sort of on that level, sniping wise, that he was on, because, I was like no-lifing Black Ops 1. I was dedicating all my time to Black Ops 1. I wasn't working anymore and I wasn't going to school. This was when I was like, 19, I think. And yeah, so a lot of my time was dedicated on playing and recording Black Ops 1 content, trying to make YouTube a thing. And yeah, he gave me a shout out on his channel, just randomly saying, oh, in this game, I'm playing versus this guy called Superman049. He was actually a really good sniper. Then we ended up playing together. He has a YouTube channel if you guys want to check him out. And that shout out changed my life, because from then on, a couple hundred people went to my channel and subscribed, and there's still people to this day that subscribe to my channel who are still watching my videos from that shout out, and it's fucking awesome. So literally that shout out with a couple hundred people going to my channel and being active viewers, man, motivated the hell out of me to keep going with this. And just slowly over time, got a couple other breaks. But, the thing about me is I was ready. Whenever I got an opportunity and a break, a shout out, some opportunity came by, I was fucking ready because I was putting in the work even when I had less viewers. I was treating that shit like if I had 1 million subscribers when I had 1,000. So when the opportunity came, I was 100% ready to take full advantage of that opportunity and, show newer viewers that they could count on, this entertainment. If they enjoy my style, they could count on me uploading very consistently. I had a library of videos that people could go back to and enjoy already, because I was uploading really consistent even when I had a smaller viewership. And yeah, I think that helped out because there's some people who, might get a break, but they don't take advantage of it. They might continue doing what they're doing, and what they were doing when they had less viewers is not going to work when they have more viewers. So if they were uploading like maybe once a week, they keep uploading that once a week. The new viewers might be interested for a bit, but consistency is key when it comes to YouTube. So I was already uploading very consistent. So, from that, I started to build, bigger audience slowly but surely. And, eventually Black Ops 2 came out, and that game was just huge for me because Black Ops 2, I was like really good at Black Ops 2. And having already uploading like very consistent, I was just uploading a lot at the beginning. And that's when I started like my daily upload streak. And for a sniping channel, it was rare to see someone upload and be very consistent because most snipers were just focused on montages and getting clips. But I was doing like commentaries, live commentaries, stuff like that. And I definitely think I stood out from like the average sniping channel. And then from then on, I ended up gaining 100,000 subs by 2014 or 2015. And then just over time, got burnt out on Call of Duty, didn't like the direction that Call of Duty was heading. Black Ops 3, a lot of people loved, but I hated because it was so different from Black Ops 2. And Advanced Warfare and all those games like kind of soured my taste for Call of Duty. And then I ended up switching over to Mortal Kombat because I always loved Mortal Kombat. MKX was coming out. The hype was unreal, even for me not being part of the community at the time. Just YouTube comments and the hype for the game was insane. Started playing that, started uploading that. Did not get negative feedback, by the way, from my viewers. They, people who just weren't interested, they weren't watching. So I just started uploading, and yeah, the viewership kept going up and up and up because there weren't a lot of YouTube channels at the time covering Mortal Kombat, especially consistently, and I was uploading MK videos pretty much every day. So then I kind of got that viewership from people who were interested and searched up Mortal Kombat videos, and then they would find my channel and they would see that I was uploading every day. They would subscribe, and then we started getting that following from there. And then just over time, videos hit the search engine. Like my Boraicho video ended up getting like 1 million views, got a huge boost from that. That was pretty much the launching pad for the channel. And ever since then, I have never looked back. That Boraicho video literally is the reason why I got so many viewers and so much momentum during Mortal Kombat X. And then once that video happened, a lot of my videos were getting more recommended because I was getting more views, more comments, more likes, more watch time. And yeah, I ended up where I am now. There's a lot in between, but that kind of sums it up, just as briefly as I could. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to, I guess, learn more in depth, I could go more in depth and talk about different turning points in my YouTube career. But that's just like a little summary from 2010 to where I am now. And that's how I started uploading Mortal Kombat videos. But that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you guys next time.